Alrighty! Today we are continuing our little quest of drawing all of the zodiac signs as people. Previously I've done Aquarius, and this time my patrons got to vote on which zodiac we did, and they voted on Leo, which is exciting, because Leo is a fire sign actually, and those are just easier for me. I jive more with fire signs than I think any other. So this one was fun, and I like Leo because it meant I got to draw a man with big hair. So Leo, if you probably know, but it's lion. That's the sign. It is the lion. And like I mentioned, they're a fire sign. Their colors are yellow, orange, and gold, which is cool because those are lion colors, and good. Because I didn't want to put him in, like, green or something, because that'd been weird. And bonus fact, their ruling planet is the sun. So yeah, they're the fieriest of all the fire signs, are Leos. Ooh, bunch of special kids out here. If you don't know, you are a Leo if you are born between July 22nd and August 23rd. And really exciting stuff. I like how this picture turned out. Because it was just so easy. Perhaps because I chose not to give him a shirt. Yeah, it's a pretty simple outfit, but I wanted him to look like a cool, kind of not quite mafia boss, but I immediately knew I wanted to put him in this big furred coat. Because, hello, the big thing for me in doing a lion-based character is I've got to replicate that mane. And for a second I had thought about actually drawing a woman and with big curly hair. And then I was like, or I could draw a big beefcake man and give him big curly hair. So I did. And I think it came out great. He also looks so familiar. I can't figure out why, but I finished drawing this man and I was like, where do I know this guy from? And I can't figure it out. So he's just a fella who looks so familiar. But I can't figure it out where. I think my natural inclination for this, to put him in not a shirt and just the coat, is, well, maybe because I'm a little bit of a horn dog, but mostly because I wanted the emphasis to be on just the furred collar part. I didn't want to distract from that with what color do I make the shirt? How do I, make sure it doesn't stand out too much. I don't want too much texture going on there. So yeah, just shirtless. I think that's a fun design to work with sometimes. The colors were really fun too. I had spent a decent amount of time kind of thinking over what color did I want his skin tone to be, because I knew I wanted his hair to be blonde and for him to have gold elements throughout the outfit. I was working with those Leo colors, and so I was I didn't want his skin tone to be to deviate too far, with a dark-skinned character, though it would look good against the whiter yellows, but I didn't want to I wanted to try to stick with that yellow palette. However, here's the trick. I see people make this mistake a lot. Is if you got a character with a yellow theme and then you make them tanned, it's very easy for that tan skin to start to look like it's the same color as their outfit if you put them in tan colors as well. So just be aware of that, kind of pick one or the other is what I'm saying. And so I opted for keeping him tanned like this, not fully a dark-skinned character, but more kind of a dark yellow in a way, but still doing my best to make sure that it's not too similar to anything else on his outfit. Pretty simple colors, and I like it a lot. I've recently had this idea of like pairing yellow with white, which I think is a great idea for implying heat, you know, because he's a fire sign. So, you know, white is like a white hot kind of thing. Black can end up looking like charcoal, and I think this makes him look very approachable and nice. I think a black outfit, like if his coat was black, then it would make him look like a bad guy, you know, because you know, all the evil characters wear dark colors, you know, and with this, he looks so like approachable and friendly, you know. I want to be friends with this guy, whoever he is. Leo, I guess is his name. And I was also really happy with, so the coat is like technically a cream color, but then I've also got white buttons and white gloves. Working with similar colors like that can be tricky, because if they're too similar, then no one's gonna notice that there's a difference. You know, they'll kind of wash out in a way. So you have to make sure that they are distinct enough from each other to be like, to be worth it, because otherwise might as well just put them all in white. But it's a good idea to try to stick to close colors, regardless of how, like, simplified your color palette is trying to be. Like, this guy ended up wearing not a whole lot of color, very much emphasizing the yellow. Yeah, it's good to try to stick to similar colors anyway, just because otherwise, if you wander too much across the color wheel, like if you pick from everywhere on the color wheel, it's gonna start looking kind of noisy. And your eyes are gonna have a hard time, like, figuring out where to focus on. That's my pro tip. I've given him these blue accents, because, one, I wanted him to have this, tasty, like, cute choker, and I was like, gotta put a gemstone on that, because it's just what I do. But also I wanted his eyes to kind of pop out. I didn't want his eyes to blend in with all of these yellows. And so I went with blue because while, purple is yellow's complement, however, blue also looks good with yellow. It makes him look bright and sunny. You'll see blue paired with yellow a lot, because for that reason. So keep in mind, fun fact, obviously, keep in mind that, while complementary colors do work together, they're not the only, like, combination you can work with. You know, some colors just look really great together, so don't be afraid to veer away from just sticking to complements if you're designing a character. So yeah, fun fact. It's good just because I know some people really struggle to deviate away from that and will only stick to complements. I really struggled with his hair. I don't know why. I was just like, I couldn't make his bangs look right. And I'm like, fine, then we just won't. Yeah, I really like how he came out, honestly. Like, it was maybe because it's just a bust shot, so I got to spend more time on, like, the parts that mattered, or at least my favorite parts in a design, that being basically the torso. I'm never really all that interested in the legs of a character. But yeah, I like working with these bust shots. I wish I did them more often. But that's on me, I suppose. Oh, the hardest part was probably figuring out what to do with the background, because I was like, well, let's try to stick with these colors, you know? Didn't want to, like, wander away from this palette. But I was like, how do I do it without it looking bad? I opted for like a nice goldish brownish kind of deal. Something poppy. I've been really into, like, these bright backgrounds, but I don't know if they're working for me. I don't know. You tell me. Does it look good? That's all an artist can ever do anymore. Is just be like, please, you tell me. Would you buy this? But yeah, that's Leo. It took me an eternity to record this audio because I've been busy, but I'm delighted with how he came out. So yeah, have a good one.